Now, if you are clear with the homogeneous catalyst-based reduction, then the next question is how usually the heterogeneous catalyst reaction takes place, and what will be the mechanism involved in heterogeneous catalyst-based reductions. In case of heterogeneous catalyst, the accepted mechanism is Haroti-Polony mechanism. So, as per this mechanism, there will be a step one. In the step one of the reaction, the binding of unsaturated bond. So, binding of the unsaturated bond and hydrogen dissociation into atomic hydrogen onto the catalyst surface. Let us assume this is an catalyst surface. This is an catalyst surface. And the step one involves the hydrogen dissociation because you need to use a H2 molecule. Suppose if you pass an H2 molecule, then over the catalyst surface, as the heterogeneous catalyst, the reaction occurs in the not in the same place. The catalyst is now soluble in the solvent. The H2 will tries to interact with the catalyst surface, and dissociation occurs over the catalyst surface, and you will get an atomic hydrogen. So the dissociation of H2 and it adsorbs over the catalyst surface in this particular fashion. That is, atomic hydrogen will be present over the catalyst surface. Along with this, some H2 dissociation, that is hydrogen dissociation into atomic hydrogen, there will also be one more process is taking place over the catalyst surface. That is the binding of unsaturated bond. In this case, the unsaturated bond is this one. This is the molecule unsaturated bond. It is trying to interact with the catalyst surface. Now, if we look into this some whole structure in step one, the catalyst is present, and it is surface reaction is taking place. First is H2 is interacting with the catalyst surface, dissociation of H2 and formation of two hydrogen atom which adsorb over the catalyst surface. And along with that, there is an binding interactions between the catalyst surface and the unsaturated bond of the your alkene system. This step is the step one. Next is step two. The addition of one atom of hydrogen. So in the previous step, there are two hydrogen atoms already adsorbed over the catalyst surface, and their binding interaction is occurring between the catalyst surface and the alkene system. In the step two, one of the hydrogen atom, any one of this hydrogen atom, will transfer between the C double bond C. So addition of one atom of hydrogen. So what will happen? One hydrogen has been transferred. Now the interaction over the catalyst surface will be established between the surface, catalyst surface and the carbon source. And one hydrogen, as it is, one hydrogen is transferred over here. Then the new bond is establishing or interaction is establishing between the catalyst surface and the carbon atom of the your alkene system. Or now it is alkane. The addition of one hydrogen atom from the catalyst surface has been taken place across the C double bond C. But keep it in mind, this formation is reversible in nature. That means it can once again, like hydrogen atom, can come over here and cleavage of bond, and you will get this type of um, structure once again. Means alkene formation is possible, and the two hydrogen atom adsorb over the catalyst surface is also possible. That's why the step 2 is reversible in nature. Then step 3 is some addition of second hydrogen atom effectively, and this process is irreversible in nature under hydrogenating condition. That means the one hydrogen is still present over the catalyst surface. In order to complete the hydrogenation process, ultimately you need to have an alkane as a product. because you started with an alkene unsaturated system. Reduction of alkenes to alkane is the motto of this heterogeneous catalyst based reaction. So in order to fulfill that, the addition of the second atom effectively needs to be transferred over the substrate, and this process is reversible under hydrogenating condition. That means you will get an catalyst free because the one hydrogen has been also transferred over this particular carbon. And the cleavage of this, will not be any interaction between the catalyst surface and the reducing substrate. Hydrogen is atom is transferred and new carbon and hydrogen bond has been established particularly over this particular carbon. Now, this alkane is formed, and this process is irreversible because there will not be any interactions between the catalyst and the alkane. Now, of course, the reduction of the unsaturated compound, has been converted into the saturated system. And the step three, after the step three, you will get once again the free catalyst, and this catalyst will be used for the next reactant. The next reactants will come and interact with the catalyst surface, and the same process. Step one is the binding of unsaturated bond and hydrogen dissociation into atomic hydrogen onto the catalyst surface. Formation of this type of reaction, formation of this type of structure. Then step two is the addition of one atom of hydrogen, but this process is quite reversible in nature. The step three, as soon as the step three overs, that is addition of the second atom, effectively, that is irreversible under hydrogenating condition. That means you will get an alkane and the regeneration of the catalyst. This is the mechanism involved in the heterogeneous catalyst. Now, is it clear how your homogeneous catalyst, if you are using, what type of mechanism is involving? And suppose if you are using heterogeneous catalyst, then how usually the reaction proceeds, the reduction reaction proceeds. Thank you for watching the videos. For more videos, visit us on www.chemlearner.com. Thank you.